Hello everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful gossip channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, November 15, uncover that Bill Spencer will find that one more letter has shown up from imprisoned Luna Nozawa, in spite of the fact that Bill might be enticed to simply consume this one without perusing it this time. He'll most likely be too inquisitive eventually. Luna previously contacted Bill with a genuine message about the amount he actually means to her. Obviously, Luna has significantly more motivations to reach out now that she knows Bill and Poppy Nozawa separated. That news put a frightening grin all over and apparently gave her more expect a future with Bill. It's basically impossible that Bill could at any point succumb to Luna and make her Mrs. Spencer, yet capricious Luna might believe that is plausible, assuming she escapes prison. In any event, Luna will for sure send letter number 2 and maybe push Bill to come see her face to face. Perhaps Luna will hype how forlorn she is and the way that troublesome things have become in the slammer. Luna could likewise make more brief madness claims and trust she can persuade Bill that her criminal way of behaving was outside of her reach. It's a good idea for Luna to continue to lay the basis for a superior lawful protection and ideally attempt to get off the snare. Other B&B spoilers say Carter Walton will have a technique meeting with Trust Logan at the lodge. That is where Carter will demand that Steffi Forrester and Edge Forrester just gave them a success. Edge continues pushing Carter to deal with things in regards to LLC for charge purposes, so it seems to be Carter will think this is the response to their concerns. Carter will inspect the desk work and attempt to sell Trust on another chance for retribution. Since Carter couldn't break through to Edge and Steffi, he'll be prepared to play grimy, and it appears as though he'll utilize this LLC to make it happen. This might be Carter's path to restoring expectation for the future and perhaps making a greater strategic maneuver at Forrester manifestations in general. Our expectations highlight Carter inciting a lot of Forrester wrath with his impending obscure move, so remain tuned for refreshes on all the pandemonium that is preparing. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Carter will send some shockwaves once he gets his arrangement going. The bold and the beautiful next, about 14 days, Steffi questions Carter's dependability. Remy's covered operative games, Brooke's quandary. The strong and the delightful spoilers for the following 2 weeks, November 18 to November 29, uncovered that Elektra Forrester will become involved with a sizzling second with Will Spencer. However, it'll be the temporary piece before a violent affable. During the 7-day stretch of November 18 to 22, Remy Price will appear in Los Angeles and watch Elektra with Will from a remote place. Whenever Remy's finished spying, he'll snare Elektra and concede he came to LA for her. B&B's week-by-week review video shows Elektra looking agreeable and unafraid around Remy, yet things may not be very as they appear. This may be Remy's dream, or perhaps Elektra's stalker is as yet a secret to her. Elektra is certainly running from an obscure person from before, yet she may not realize Remy is behind her issues on the off chance that he followed her secretly. Remy could have taken on the appearance of somebody defensive and kind while he furtively created issues. In any case, our expectations highlight Remy's presence in LA, causing a lot of show for Elektra and Will. It won't take long by any stretch of the imagination so that fans might see Remy's evil side. We ought to likewise discuss Carter Walton's Forrester takeover plan and a possible obstacle. Brooke Logan will snoop on Carter and trust Logan's discussion, so she'll reel when she finds out about the arrangement to push Edge Forrester and Steffi Forrester out of their chief positions. Carter can run Forrester with trust thanks to that LLC and some fraud. However, Brooke might take steps to explode their plan. Notwithstanding, expectation might argue for Brooke to keep her mouth shut, particularly since this could be Trust's simply opportunity to get back to Forrester manifestations and recover her line. Done with John Finnegan, he'll manage Edge's inquiries and a greater amount of Brooke's irritating. In any case, Finn will remain committed in his help of Steffi, and anything that she chooses is right at Forrester Manifestations, particularly with regards to trust. Taylor Hayes will see the value in that dedication and may laud Finn for remaining faithful to Steffi during their next visit. Meanwhile, Steffi will feel somewhat unsure as Edge expects harmony between the Forresters and the Logans. That may not be imaginable, taking everything into account. After Carter makes one more request to Edge about restoring trust and carrying out his extravagance image thoughts, Edge will have a ton to consider. We could see Edge begin to see things Carter's way somewhat more. Steffi, then again, will start to see Carter as somebody who's faithful to the Logans rather than the Forresters. It'll leave Steffi contemplating whether Carter truly has a place at Forrester Manifestations, yet Edge won't figure they can reside without Carter in the group. Obviously, this might be working to Carter's declaration about the LLC and that upset he's pulled off. In the event that Carter figures out how to wrestle Forrester control away from Edge and Steffi, absolute disorder will emit. That is particularly obvious assuming Carter does this with trust on his arm. Steffi, Edge, and Eric Forrester will undoubtedly go crazy at last. In the event that Brooke simply holds on and allows this to occur, things won't work out positively for her. Sooner or later in the approaching episodes, Edge might figure out Brooke realized what was coming and didn't tell him. Meanwhile, the 7-day stretch of November 25 to 29 could bring a wide range of pressure. Most would agree Carter and Trust will not be getting solicitations for any Forrester Thanksgiving celebrations on the off chance that they pull off their plot. Back with Remy, he'll think of certain plans of his own as he attempts to develop nearer to Elektra. When Will meets Remy, he don't like him and stress that Elektra could be in danger. The bold and the beautiful spoilers expressed the following 14 days will bring some developing fervor, so remain tuned for refreshes on all the immense news and wild aftermath. The bold and the beautiful next 2 weeks. Steffi doubts Carter's loyalty, Remy's spy games, Brooke's predicament. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 18 to November 29, reveal that Elektra Forrester will get caught up in a sizzling moment with Will Spencer, but it'll be the calm before the storm. During the week of November 18 to 22, Remy Price will show up in Los Angeles and watch Elektra with Will from afar. Once Remy's done spying, he'll ambush Elektra and admit he came to LA for her. BNB's weekly preview video shows Elektra looking friendly and unafraid around Remy, but things may not be quite as they seem. This might be Remy's fantasy, or maybe Elektra's stalker is still a mystery to her. Elektra is definitely running from a shady guy in her past, but she may not know Remy is behind her issues if he stalked her anonymously. Remy might have masqueraded as someone protective and kind while he secretly caused problems. Regardless, our predictions point to Remy's presence in LA causing a ton of drama for Elektra and Will. It won't take long at all for fans to see Remy's sinister side. We should also talk about Carter Walton's Forrester takeover plan and a potential snag. Brooke Logan will eavesdrop on Carter and Hope Logan's conversation, so she'll reel when she learns about the plan to push Ridge Forrester and Steffi Forrester out of their CEO positions. Carter can run Forrester with Hope thanks to that LLC and some trickery, but Brooke may threaten to blow up their scheme. However, Hope may plead for Brooke to keep her mouth shut, especially since this could be Hope's only chance to return to Forrester Creations and reclaim her line. Over with John Finnegan, he'll deal with Ridge's questions and more of Brooke's pestering. Nevertheless, Finn will stay devoted in his support of Steffi, and whatever she decides is right at Forrester Creations, especially when it comes to Hope. Taylor Hayes will appreciate that devotion and may praise Finn for staying loyal to Steffi during their next chat. In the meantime, Steffi will have some doubts as Ridge hopes for peace between the Forresters and the Logans. That may not be possible as far as Steffi's concerned. After Carter makes another plea to Ridge about reinstating Hope and implementing his luxury brand ideas, Ridge will have a lot to mull over. We could see Ridge start to see things Carter's way just a bit more. Steffi, on the other hand, will begin to view Carter as someone who's loyal to the Logans instead of the Forresters. It'll leave Steffi wondering if Carter really belongs at Forrester Creations, but Ridge won't think they can live without Carter on the team. Of course, all this may be building to Carter's announcement about the LLC and the coup he's pulled off. If Carter manages to wrestle Forrester control away from Ridge and Steffi, total chaos is going to erupt. That's especially true if Carter does all this with Hope on his arm. Steffi, Ridge, and Eric Forrester are bound to blow their tops eventually. If Brooke just stands by and lets this happen, things won't go well for her. At some point in the coming episodes, Ridge may find out Brooke knew what was coming and didn't tell him. In the meantime, the week of November 25 to 29 could bring all kinds of tension. It's safe to say Carter and Hope won't be getting invitations for any Forrester Thanksgiving festivities if they pull off their plot. Back with Remy, he'll come up with some schemes of his own as he works to grow closer to Elektra. Once Will meets Remy, will he have a bad feeling about him and worry that Elektra could be at risk? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some growing excitement, so stay tuned for updates on all the huge news and wild fallout. Taylor Hayes will appreciate that devotion and may praise Finn for staying loyal to Steffi during their next chat. In the meantime, Steffi will have some doubts as Ridge hopes for peace between the Forresters and the Logans. That may not be possible as far as Steffi's concerned. Their Carter makes another plea to Ridge about reinstating Hope and implementing his luxury brand ideas. Ridge will have a lot to mull over. We could see Ridge start to see things Carter's way just a bit more. Steffi, on the other hand, will begin to view Carter as someone who's loyal to the Logans instead of the Forresters. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.